All right, look at all the specifics there are in this experience. So again, you're walking down the street, and like you said, I'm just going off of what you say because it's your experience. You're walking on asphalt. Now, just for the fun of it, take a moment here. Look at the word asphalt. Now, when you were in school, you were taught to, break the word up. Okay, I forget what that's called, where you break the word up. In other words, you see asphalt, but when you break it up, it's ass and fault, isn't it? And it becomes asphalt, doesn't it? That word. But you don't think about it because you don't think about the word and how it is, or that there might be another meaning to it subliminally, because you just say the word and you're told, well, this black stuff that we drive on, it is asphalt. But look at the word, ass and fault. So whose fault is it that you're an ass? You see? So again, you can look at it many ways. It's kind of funny, isn't it? So anyhow, so we're going to move on here. So we go to the light, and now the street light is different. We'll just say different. However it is, it's different than the regular street lights, and it's at night. Okay, it's nighttime again. Because actually, even when the sun is out in creation, it's nighttime, it's dark. It's just that you don't notice it. But you notice the darkness when the sun isn't out. Now, let's take a swimming pool. I'm going to give you little hints and examples here. Let's take a swimming pool. Have you ever seen them build a swimming pool? Have you ever seen a swimming pool without water in it? Mm-hmm. The plaster, the final plaster on it, kind of looks like a soft white, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It looks like a soft white. But when the pool is full and the sun is shining, the water looks blue, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And there's no blue in it, but all of a sudden, because the sun is shining, the water looks blue. Isn't that funny? Because, but the pool isn't blue, but if you paint it darker blue, and a lot of people do their pools in tile. And the reason for this, even in dark tiles, because when the sun hits it, it heats up the water by itself, and they don't have to use heat. That sun hitting it heats up the water because of the dark tiles, and it does it very, very effectively. Now, the atmospheric bubble we're in, so when you're outside in the daytime and you look up and you say, oh, I see the sky, it's all blue. But guess what? You're not seeing sky. You're seeing atmosphere. If you really want to break it down, you're seeing atmosphere, aren't you? And when the sun is shining through that atmosphere, the sky looks blue. The sun looks different because it's a ball of fire, but it looks totally different. It looks really awesome and beautiful how it is because it's coming through the atmosphere. But when it isn't there, you see the blackness of space. We call it space that you're in. In other words, you're in a dark realm. And the sky that you think is the sky is fake. That's not the real sky. And you've been told that you're in a universe with other planets, and that's not so. You're in a dark, dark realm. This is not a real universe. Real universes are endless, and they are all real light. And that is awareness. So we're going to move on here. Anyhow, you're walking down the road, you're going left and right according to, you could think of it like a GPS, couldn't you? It's like a little turtle GPS. And you're the one following it. That's your real awareness. You're having an experience with something mechanical, and it's leading you left and right, and here and there and wherever, okay? And then you come to this house. But at first, the house isn't there. All of a sudden, there's nothing there. That's because that is the unknown. This is your train ride, Bill, just like Eric's. This is your train ride, only you're walking. And you come to this house and you see this door in sections, whatever. It's giving you the hint that there is something there, okay, for you to see, and it's easy access. But again, there's this big hole in the front that seems to go down forever. And so the idea is that for you to see what's in the house, you have to take the risk, don't you? You have to get over this big hole. But in the meantime, things start happening with a turtle and what have you. Okay, it starts happening with your mechanism in your hand, and then it eventually equals, affecting your body. And then this giant turtle in the sky that you seem to be able to control and is being attacked, okay? So what you're seeing is just like the things that you have here. You have a car, probably has GPS. You have a phone, has GPS on it. Whatever, you're tracked by satellites, all mechanisms. All these things have creatures, mechanical creatures, attached to them, not nanobots, whatever you want to call it. They use it in the COVID shots. They're giving you nanobots. Okay, they're poisoning you, etc. Everything has this. They're microscopic computers, etc. They can do this. And so you see what's going on here. So this is where you are with your awareness. You are shown the technology that's taking place. And in your own way, you have created that giant turtle in the sky as something to kind of defend off these things that are attacking you. Like you would go out and buy a big can of Raid because there's just too many bugs in your house. So you need help. So you go get the can of Raid or a smoke bomb or whatever, do it in your house and kill all the bugs at once, etc. And poison yourself and the neighborhood and the rest of the world while you're doing it, of course. This is just how we live today. And so again, you see the process that you're going through to show you the mechanical world that you're living in and what's taking place. But from your personal view, because of how you've been raised and literalized according to the system, why, wow, this is all science fiction. This doesn't really exist. These are like monsters I've seen in movies. Because again, now you're seeing the real side. Remember in the Matrix? When Neo went in the little spaceship in the Matrix with, what's his name? Morpheus? And they were traveling and all the creatures they saw, etc. Wow, that's kind of like your dream, isn't it? You're seeing the real side of this physical realm and where you're at and how you're trapped in it. See, Neo never made it through the Matrix. He got a hint. And in the third, I think it was in the second or third Matrix movie where he flew above the surface world a little bit and he saw the sunshine, but then he fell back into it. See, he never got out of the Matrix. Oh, he talks about the Matrix. He flies around like Superman in the Matrix, but he's just another machine in the Matrix. He learned how to control certain things, just like you did in your experience there, but you're still in the Matrix. You know, a lot of people do astral projection, lucid dreaming, and they can fly in their dreams. A lot of people do it when they're young and they're kids and they forget how to do it because they become more socialized, more conditioned in their consciousness, so they forget all that. And so they practice that astral projection or lucid dreaming. That's an aspect of something getting out of your body. And they think that, oh, I'm free of the body and whatever, or this is my soul. But it's not. It's just your astral body. It's your second body, and you are not free. You can fly around and have thrills, but life is awareness. It's not about flying around. But you do have those experiences, and they are valid, and they're different from the personal physical experience because you're in a different dimension, just like in your so-called dreams. Those are not dreams. This is the real dream here. You're in the passing dream. And when you're in the next stage, that's a dream also, but it's more real. It's showing you what's taking place in this passing dream. It's showing you the mechanics, you see. It's showing you what's going on. And again, look at your experiences. They've all been very good. It's all showing you, but no way would you figure this out yourself because you cannot see it. You cannot recognize it yet. And this takes time. It takes time to recognize how to get through and out of the matrix. And the interesting thing is, it's not about traveling anywhere because it's an isness that's always now. You don't have to fly. You don't have to project. You don't have to go through portals. This is what people think. They just keep going on and on from one portal to another portal to another portal. That's the distraction. It's not so. It's an isness. And the nowness that all life is, because it's always new now and it's only now, is endless once you learn to see it. But in the meantime, yes, in the physical sense, because this is how this realm and creation is set up, it's going to seem like you're traveling from here to there. It's going to seem like you're flying or walking or whatever you're doing, eating, whatever. And that's just how it is. This is how it's set up. But when you start to recognize that no matter where you go, you're never over there, you're always here, but you're thinking in the terms, well, I took this airplane from LA to New York, and now I'm in New York, but actually the experience of LA is still with you. All you have to do is recognize it and see it. You've really traveled nowhere because it all is here and now isness. And so when you have the awareness, you can be so-called anywhere without traveling at all because it's all about awareness, you see? And so time travel is the same thing because there's no such thing as time. You see, the masqueraders or the time travelers or the time masqueraders created time to fool people. That's why we have daylight savings time. It's just a distraction. They tell you, oh, it saves this amount of time or that amount of time. It's all baloney. It's to confuse you and distract you and to subliminally control you. It's very interesting, isn't it? Everything has become a control mechanism in this world, and it's okay. I'm showing you how to recognize it so that you can get through it if you want to. Again, it's a huge journey. And all these little experiences that you're having are very important. Now, you're not going to remember all of them or what's said or what have you, just like in Eric's experience where things are said, but you don't remember. Because again, the personal self can't take it all in. But the real you, your real awareness that's operating the bodies, etc., has it already. You have lost nothing. You have it, and at some point, you will recognize it. So you just be patient. But the little self, it's not gonna recognize everything that's said or done or what have you, etc. So you have much to these experiences, but you're just seeing a small portion of the experience is what you're seeing. It's just like when you're on a road trip or, you know, like Eric's train or whatever, you only see so much. You don't see everything that's going on. You only see what you see, your personal self. And that's okay. You know, you can only take in so much, you can only digest so much because you also have your personal life here and you want to continue that. And also what becoming more aware helps you do is make better choices in your life so that you can take care of yourself better. Yeah, you want to do that too, whether it's for eating and thinking and relationships and all these things. You can better adjust so that eventually you just focus on awareness, which is endless, and that's what's going to support you to where you stand in endless freeness. Because the freedom that you've heard about here, land of the free, home of the brave, it's all fake. There is no freedom here. It's all fake. The freedom, which I went over before, is exactly that. This is for the dummies. All right? Because there's no such thing. But they keep telling you there is. because they want you to accept it and believe it and wholeheartedly hold it. And when they play the national anthem, you're to stand up and salute and even cry and whatever, feel this way or that way, because it's all programming. And you can do it, you can play the game, but now you're more aware and you see that, don't need this nonsense. It's all nonsense. It's all about control. So I'm showing you step by step how to get through it. But again, it's 50 years. That's what it's going to take.